Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing mastering interactive epics, crafting compelling narratives in modern gaming, unlocking the secrets to immersive storytelling in today's game development landscape. In the high-octane world of gaming, where jaw-dropping graphics and heart-pounding mechanics often reign supreme, there's a subtle art that serves as the backbone for many successful games: storytelling. As we move further into an era where games are recognized not just as mere recreational tools, but also as powerful narrative mediums, understanding the craft of storytelling in games is imperative. Let's dive into the how-to crafting compelling narratives in modern gaming. Understanding your audience. Before penning down the first word of your story, understanding your target audience is crucial. This doesn't mean pandering to every whim and fancy, but rather understanding the general interests, cultural backgrounds, and emotional intelligence of your target demographic. How do you do so? Well, research and surveys. Regularly conduct market research and surveys to get insight into what your audience wants. Platforms like Discord, Reddit, or even in-game chat can serve as valuable feedback tools. Also, analyze trends. Look at the popular games in the genre you're targeting. What stories are they telling? What themes are resonating with players? Creating relatable characters. Your characters are the vessels through which your audience will navigate the story. Therefore, they need to be multidimensional, flawed, and most importantly, relatable. Diversity matters. Ensure your game has a diverse cast that can cater to a wide audience. Representation can deeply affect the player's connection to the narrative. Character arcs. Every primary character should have an arc, a transformation, or journey they undergo, influenced by the game's events. World building. Beyond pretty backgrounds. The universe you create around your characters can significantly influence how engrossed players become in your narrative. Lore and backstory. Even if it doesn't feature directly in the game, having a deep lore can add layers of depth. This could be explored through spin-offs, in-game books, or other multimedia tie-ins. Environmental storytelling. Use the game's environments to tell a story. A ruined city, for instance, can hint at a past war or calamity. Pacing. It's all about the journey. And just like in books or movies, pacing in games is vital. You want to ensure that players are always engaged but not overwhelmed. Balancing action and downtime. After an intense action sequence, give players a breather with a more relaxed narrative-driven segment. Adaptive storytelling. Consider introducing branching narrative that changes based on player choices, ensuring they always feel engaged and in control. Use side quests, expanding the narrative. Side quests can be a brilliant tool for deepening your game's narrative and exploring subplots that might not fit into the main storyline. However, consider relevance. Ensure that side quests have a purpose, either to the world building, character development, or our overarching narrative. And don't forget to reward the curious. Players who opt to delve into these optional stories should feel rewarded, either through gameplay, advantages, or richer narrative experiences. Incorporating feedback. The iterative process of storytelling. Unlike many other mediums, game development is often a long and iterative process. Use this to your advantage. Playtesting. Regular playtests can provide insight into how players are perceiving and engaging with your story. And then adjusting based on feedback. If a particular narrative element isn't landing as intended, be prepared to adapt. This doesn't mean sacrificing your vision, but rather refining it to ensure maximum impact. Utilizing sound and music. While often overlooked, the auditory aspect of games can deeply influence narrative immersion. This could be in character themes. Assigning specific musical themes to characters can help players instantly connect with them on an emotional level. And also ambient sound. The chirping of birds, the murmuring of a distant crowd, these can all serve to immerse players more deeply into your world. Integration with game mechanics. Your gameplay mechanics and narrative should feel intertwined, not separate. So consider narrative-driven mechanics. Consider mechanics that evolve with the story. For instance, a character might gain new abilities as they grow and learn. But also remember to avoid dissonance. Ensure that gameplay mechanics don't contradict the narrative. If your story paints a character as kind-hearted, they shouldn't be rewarded in-game for violent actions. Visual storytelling, showing, not just telling. While dialogue and written lore are essential, the visual aspects of games offers a unique narrative tool. Use cinematics. These could be powerful tools for pivotal story moments, but use them judiciously to ensure players remain engaged. And then offer up environmental clues. A picture can indeed speak 1,000 words. A simple visual, like a child's drawing, can hint at happiness, tragedy, or hope. Staying authentic. Honoring the heart of the story. It's tempting to incorporate every new idea or feedback, but it's essential to always circle back to the core of your story. What message or emotion do you want players to take away? Stick to core themes. Once you've decided on a primary theme of your game, every narrative decision should in some way tie back to these. This ensures a cohesive and impactful story. Avoiding overcomplexity. Intricate plots can be enticing, but they can also become convoluted. Make sure your narrative remains accessible to your players. Embracing player agency. The unique thing about video games as a storytelling medium is the player's active role. They're not just passive recipients, they're participants. Branching narratives. Give players choices that generally affect the storyline, which can increase engagement and replayability. Titles like Detroit Become Human or the Mass Effect series excel at this, where choices shape the narrative direction. Consequences for actions. Allowing player decisions, both big and small, to have visible consequences to the game world makes the universe feel alive and responsive. Collaborative storytelling. Engaging the team. Your narrative shouldn't be the sole responsibility of the writing team. Engage with designers, artists, and even QA testers. Their varied perspectives can add depth and diversity to the story. Regular brainstorming sessions can encourage open dialogue within your team. A simple suggestion can lead to an unexpected storyline or character development. Respecting expertise. If your game involves specific cultural or historical elements, consult with experts to handle these respectfully and authentically. The evolution of storytelling tools. Modern gaming offers an array of tools to enhance storytelling. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and dynamic world building can be used to create more immersive narratives. Interactive dialogues. Design dialogues that adapt the player choices in real time, adding layers to the narrative. Environmental immersion with VR and AR. These technologies can transport players directly into your game world, allowing them to experience the narrative firsthand. Feedback loop. Engaging with the community. In today's connected world, the gaming community is a goldmine for feedback and insight. Beta testing. Releasing early versions of your game to a select group. Their feedback on narrative elements can be invaluable. Engage on social platforms. Platforms like Twitter, Reddit, or Discord are hubs for player discussions. Actively engage, understand their perspective, and consider their feedback. Continuous learning. Stay updated. The world of gaming narratives is ever evolving. New techniques, technologies, and trends emerge regularly. Game conferences and workshops can offer insights into the latest trends in gaming storytelling. Play other games. Simple as it sounds, playing a wide variety of games offers insights, inspiration, and fresh perspectives on storytelling techniques. Final thoughts. Storytelling in gaming is both nuanced and intricate. It's a dance between the writer and the player, creator and participant. When done correctly, A game's story can elevate it from a mere pastime to a memorable, emotionally resonant experience. By focusing on the how-to, by valuing feedback and continuously refining the narrative craft, developers can craft games that deeply resonate with audiences, ensuring both commercial success and a lasting legacy in gaming history. Alright, that's it for this week's episode of Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. Oh, hi there. The episode's over, but thanks for sticking around till the end. If you're on the quest to elevate your team's leadership, production, or game design capabilities, I'm here to assist. Leveraging extensive experience and a strategic approach, I offer personalized audits, bespoke workshops, and leadership retreat facilitation to drive your team toward excellence. My commitment is to provide efficient, reliable, and proven support, ensuring you have the tools and insights needed to thrive. Ready to unlock your team's full potential and achieve unparalleled success? Don't hesitate to press start on your journey to transformation today. Feel free to reach out directly to discuss how we can tailor a solution to meet your unique needs and goals. Let's connect and take your team's performance to the next level.